Greetings, salutations, and welcome, everybody. This is our first attempt at, well, it's our second first attempt, because we hit a snag earlier. But we're on now. We want to thank you guys. Welcome to this week's Planestalkers podcast, which is more of a Planestalkers Plays the Hits. Aramis has a bad cold, and so he can talk a little bit, but it's kind of creepy, and if he talks too much, we're going to end up having to get him some sort of like van, and he won't be able to go near some playgrounds. So we thought trying to do a full audio podcast would not be the way to go tonight. So what we're doing instead is we're going to go ahead and we're going to play a deck list. One of our benefits of becoming a patron, and forgive me for patron, but is that we play a deck list from one of our $3 tiers. We will take your deck list, we will play it against each other, we'll play it against our decks, we'll tear it apart, we'll try to make it better, and help you hopefully find the wild cards you need to make the deck better. So before we get started, though, I do want to say, and we want to thank Kirwan's Game Store. They are our sponsor. So they are sponsoring this episode as well, because we're not doing a full audio podcast, so I decided to have them sponsor this instead. So but we want to thank Kirwan's for that. They are the premier New York State gaming site. You can actually reach them anywhere online. You can go to kirwansgamestore.com and go there. And if you check yourself out through the... oh boy, that's terrible. We're going to have to fix that. But basically, here's the deal. We have a promo code. It's Planestalkers. And if you use that at checkout, you get 5% off your online order. So... Aramis, how have you been? Can you speak?
Oh, this is about what you get from me today. Not a whole heck of a lot.
I'm okay with that. This is, we don't want to scare the children. So.
Can't scare the kitties.
Yeah.
This is all jacked up here.
What do you got? What's jacked up?
The Azorius list on MTG Goldfish is 68 cards in the main and 18 cards in the sideboard.
That seems...
Yeah, that can't be right.
That cannot be right. But so here's what we're doing. As we started out at the beginning, like we said, we have a deck list from Ian. And while Aramis is building a deck that's going to play against it, I have a version of it first. And it doesn't have all the pieces because, one of the things we should talk about with this is that, unfortunately, occasionally, I just don't have enough wild cards. So I did what I could around what we've got. So... But let me show you guys the deck list that we're playing with here tonight, at least on this version. Ian sent us the deck list. What happened to Arena there? Oh, okay, it's pulling up. Ooh, I think my computer's just, angry. I'll close Chrome. Ian sent us a deck list, and what the deck list consists of is... It's designed for milling. So, how do I change that view? I know the other view is better. Do you remember how to change the view, Aramis?
On Arena?
Yeah, I like to change it so that the bottom is the deck list.
There's a next to the gear on the upper right-hand side.
Oh, there it is.
It says change deck layout.
Yeah, all right, there we go. I have to move your face. Okay, so as you guys can see here, it's kind of built around a Sultai, but it's actually more 4 colors. He's got us running 2 Mire Tritons, 4 Bindings of the Titans, 4 Thassa's Interventions, a Thief of Sanity, which I put in because I had to do something else. Again, I didn't have enough wilds. 3 Euros, 3 Minions Return, 3 Iroan Games. How in the hell is that pronounced?
Iroan,
okay. Venomous Hierophant for times 3. 3 Acolytes of Affliction. This is the one where I was really struggling was Polo Coronanos. I only have 1, so I didn't have 2, and I didn't have another mythic to hit it with. Elspeth Conquers Death, 1 copy of those. 2 copies of Ashiok. That's one of the ones I had to... He wanted 3, and I put 1 or 2. 4 Dream Trawlers, and I threw an Ethereal Absolution in because I think that would work well with this deck. So... And Aramis actually has the whole complete deck. He'll go over that, or he'll put it on the screen, and I'll go over it when we go. So that's his deck. So let's do that. Are you ready, Aramis? Do you want to try to do a direct challenge? Or?
I'm still trying to mess with the Azorius mana base. I could play the his original version of the deck. That's ready to go.
Okay. Well, then I could play it. If you want to play it against mono red. Then I'll throw it in mono red and we'll see how it does.
We could do that.
All right. Just for you folks watching at home, my mono red deck, where is it? RDW BO1. Because it's designed for BO1, I'm running 4 Fervent Champions, 4 Scorch Bitters, 4 Tin Street Dodgers. I'm doing the Rogue version. There are 2 variations here, right, Aramis, of the mono red. There's the Rogue, and then there's the Knight, which one runs the Rimrock Knight, and one runs the Tin Street Dodger with the Robbers of the Rich.
It was Nimrod.
Yeah, Nimrod. Robber of the Rich, I'm running 3 of those. 4 Runaway Steamkins. We have an audience, too. I've changed my office around, so Wendy now has a computer in my office. My studio, man. This is my studio, yo. No, she's in my office here, and she's laughing at me, and that's happening. So we have 2 Phoenix of Ashes, 3 Light Up the Stages, 2 Tybalts, which I have really just to stop these damn white weenie life gain decks, and 4 Embercleaves because, damn it, why not? So that's my mono red. So, and Aramis, if you want to pull, you can't show your screen.
I can't show my screen, no.
That's okay. We're going to be all right. We're just going to play it. So,
okay.
All right, let me get to the direct challenge here. You are Armet WRX. Oh, wait, why am I doing it that way? Dude.
Yeah, we're friends lists.
We have friends list now. All right, so I have to change it to, what do we want? Challenge match, right? Not tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be the typical 60 card best of 1 coin flip.
Format best of 1 coin flip. So as it is, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Friend challenge exists. View challenge. Oh, you challenged me, you mother. Accept. I will accept this challenge. Selecting deck. RDW best of 1. And after that, if we want, we could try Teamer Rec or Simic Flash. So, and my Azorius Flyers, which is always fun.
Yeah, and then we can switch it around and you could play that against Esper Control.
And then I will hate my life. So, all right. And if you're here, guys, let us know if you're in the chat or anything like that. All right, so
the first thing that I noticed about this deck when we got the deck list together was that I know that the mana base is going to need some serious work.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was it's like you're not running any of the Shocklands, or you're running few of them.
He's running like 2, and he's running some tap lands, but if he's running tap lands, he should be running the temples. But, I'm playing the deck stock as is just to see how it looks, and just for you folks at home, I'm mulliganing this first hand because, yeah, it's kind of bad.
I wish we could see your... I wish we could do... I wish Magic would come up with some way for these streamers for us to have what they have with, like, the 2 screens. But then again, I'd probably see your deck. So
Yeah, you'd probably be looking at that. Oof.
Okay, and Wendy's over here nodding. Oh, you're keeping it. Great.
I have to keep 5.
Oh, you're down to 5?
Yeah.
Oof. Does he have enough mana in that deck?
There's 25 lands in the deck. The problem is that I'm drawing a lot of double colors of mana I don't have.
Ah. Well, as I get to go first, which Red loves, let me play a card that'll help me. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Still, you can't help but love Scorch Bitter. It's a beautiful thing. It makes you happy and smile on the outside. Oh, but he's there.
I'm just looking at my Nyx lands and being, these are pretty.
Yeah, I gotta start hitting you. Oh, the Nyx lands are great. I did the same thing. I just didn't change it up in this deck yet.
Oh, you grabbed
Ooh,
Ashiok.
I got an Ashiok. 1 down. Haha. Maybe
You'll probably
I'll cast
kill me
that.
before I cast anything, really.
Well, that's good information for him to know.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm at 8. So I'm dead next turn.
Oof. Wow, you did that math in your head. It's almost like you're a bookkeeper.
Let's see.
Are you dead?
Probably.
Oh, that helps.
Not really. If you have a burn spell, I'm dead.
What do you mean, burn spell? Like that?
Yep.
And then I swing for the win. Biggity bangity bangity boom. She's now laughing at me silently.
No. your language skills.
All right, so let's do that one again because I had a mold of 5,
Okay,
and I mean,
let's do that deck again. We can do it again.
although that was a pretty typical draw for mono red, so I think that this deck might definitely run into issues against mono red. It looks like it has answers for it, but they're all kind of slow.
I have challenged you.
I accept
Selecting
your challenge.
RW BO1. Here we go again.
Opponent has canceled the challenge.
I didn't. It says you canceled. Are you challenging me or am I challenging you? Who's challenging who?
I'll challenge you.
How dare you, you son of a gun.
Though you were kind of able to sleepwalk through that first game.
Well, let's face it. That's how I like to play anyway. I sleepwalk through games, life. What the heck, man? Or do we have different... Am I... All right, hold on. Let me try this again.
Are you challenging through the friends list?
I was challenging through the friends list, yeah. Challenge
Okay.
Matt, 60 card, best of 1 coin flip.
All right, submit it. All right, there we go. I see it there. Accept. Play.
Selecting deck.
There we go. Got it.
RD dubs.
Just so for the uninitiated on Arena, that's not super intuitive with the challenge system.
No, it's ridiculous. But they talked about that. Like, we'll talk about that next week during our main show because they didn't ask me almost anything. And they did mention about that, you know, and oh, God, it's a 1-land hand.
You're fine with 1 land. What are you talking about? I'm going to keep this hand.
It's a little better. It's a little slower, but it's better.
Yeah.
You might actually win this one.
No, my hand is slow, but I think I might have a chance to actually cast some spells here. We'll have to see. Really wish I had some Scrylands, though.
Yeah, that's just it. The part of this is going to be us kind of going through it when we're done, and we'll give Ian some advice here. And again, Ian is one of our patrons, so that's kind of why we're doing this. He actually won the event this week, or this month, and next month we'll choose somebody from the Mana or the Planeswalker tier who also, to play. Yeah, I noticed that too. He was using a lot of the life gain, which I'm not opposed. Like, the life gain is good. It's good to have life gain, and big fan of life gain, and I recommend.
It doesn't really do anything for you, though.
No, it doesn't. It comes in tapped. It's
Well, it doesn't advance your board state. It doesn't let you look at extra cards. I mean, you gain the extra life, which is against red, every life point counts, but it's rather negligible. Like, the only reason that you see the life cards in Azorius is because it just gives them extra access to those 2 colors.
I'm having a slow start here, though.
I'm running into the same issue I ran into the first game, is where I'm drawing blue and white lands, but I have green and black cards in my hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, he muted because, well, he coughed.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's 11 damage next turn, so I'm dead next turn unless I cast something.
Not totally.
Well, that's 5, 9, 11, 12 damage. Yeah, you got me.
You're kidding. I
Couldn't even cast a spell.
Do we want to switch and have me play one, or?
No, it's fine. We can go one more. I'd like to be able to cast a spell at some point.
So, Ian, if you're watching this, and I hope you are, I don't have dual lands for a reason. Okay, so Ian is chatting with us. F that red deck, he's saying. So he's talking to us on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, LOL. Thank you. So he doesn't like the red deck. So, Ian, since you're listening and watching, red is not your friend. Red, not good for you. I highly recommend not playing against red, if at all possible.
So, yeah, let's do another one. Go ahead and fire off a challenge.
What do you want to? Which one do you want to do this time?
Whichever one you want.
All right, I'll try. You know what? A little slower deck, and it's one that is kind of coming up. Is I'll do Team Iraq. That'll give you some time.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And that's that's another tiered deck I'm playing. So
yeah, the problem that I'm running into is that I'm drawing lands in 2 colors, but I'm getting cards of the other 2 colors, and there's nothing really much in the way of fixing. I mean, if he's playing a bunch of basics, then something like Fabled Passages would be good. But playing more of the traditional shocks and scries would probably also be helpful, especially the scry lands, because at least then, if you're drawing cards of a certain color, you can put those towards the bottom.
Oh, I'm not getting good draws here. Last hand I got was mana light, and now this one is like... But... Boy, I hate doing that. I hate putting him at the bottom.
All right, so I'm mulling to 6, and I'm keeping this hand. This one actually seems pretty playable.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, then pick one. Go ahead. Boy, I've won the draw 3 times here. Yeah, he's even saying, I wish you could see the chat. He's saying in the chat in Twitch that his deck is way too slow, and if you don't get green, you're pretty much screwed. So, and he's not wrong. So,
so he said he wasn't running the other dual lands for a reason.
He said, "I don't have dual lands for a reason." Okay, yeah. So I'll ask him, "Hey, what's the reason?" If he had Skype, I could probably put him in the call. All right, let's see here. What do I want to play? Do I want to take 2 damage? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Because I'll gain 3. Put a land card on the battlefield. And why not? I'll wait to crack it.
Unless you had something like an
Bleeped,
opt
I have
or
been
something.
thinking about some fables. I feel more like dual lands slow me down tabletop, but I do see some scries being more useful. Sorry, my phone keeps splitting these up. Okay. So let's see here.
Well, if the scries are a problem, shock lands are probably the next. Are the
right.
next, are the
shock
better
lands
option.
are actually would be the best thing for you. Because they're also forests, and especially with things like that, with the castles, like the shock lands are going to. What's that? Was that you?
No.
Okay. The shock lands are going to buy you. They're going to buy you the castles. They're going to help buy the castles.
Well, they also have the potential to come in untapped. If you're worried about the scry lands and other tap lands slowing you down, you can pay the 2 life and have them come in untapped. And running 4 colors. Problem communicating with the server. Okay. I've lost my connection to the server.
Was that here? Or?
Might have been on the client side. But anyway, I'm going to get back in as soon as I can. If you're running
the game. Oh, I thought you meant to Skype. I'm like, we should be okay. I just so you know, I played Gadwick, so.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're running 4 colors, you should be running as many shock lands as you can fit. I mean, a full complement is probably a little bit too greedy, but error updating data. Please check your connection and try again.
Ooh, but your connection's obviously good. We're talking.
Yeah. Let me just check something real quick. Oh, everything's fine here. Arena's just being poopy butt.
Shocker. Because, why shouldn't, they use beta software to, make money. Never mind.
There we go. I'm coming back in.
All right.
Hopefully it didn't rope me out too badly. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I was going to cast a spell last turn, but it didn't let me do it. No, I played a tap land last turn. That's right.
Oh, shit. That's a bad day. All right. Well, what can I cast right now? So there's no reason not to play that. scry a bit. That's a good card. Not gonna have enough. Oh wait, now I will. Hey. Now I will. That's right. I wasn't thinking.
Reclamation?
Reclamation. That's a pretty card. I like it a lot. Oh, Shiite. We've got a problem. Oh, nuts. First time I've ever played against Ashiok, so this will be good. Oh, and I just keep getting flooded and flooded and...
Ashiok's pretty crazy.
Oh. What'd you get? What'd you get? Oh, wow. Brazen Borrower and Thassa's Intervention.
Yep.
Why did I do that? That was stupid. All my mana was untapping anyway. Okay, so let's see. Let's go greedy. A full plate of shocks for it. Oh. Putting it that way makes total sense. I've got up to 54 health points tabletop, so shock lands won't be a problem. The deck starts once the deck starts firing off. No, and he's like, I'm bad at deck building, I guess, LOL. Not at all. You're not really. Not at all.
It's not an exact science for sure.
Yeah,
I'm terrible. I'm bad at deck building.
Yeah, he's really good at net decking.
Yeah,
so.
I'm good at limited when it comes to building decks like that, but
let's see. Might have made a mistake on that, but I was kind of just thinking. And you might have some. I forget what's in that deck, so I'm not gonna screw around. Go ahead. Ooh, coming in for 4. Oh shite, that's a bad day.
okay. So the deck seems, it looks like if it can survive to like the 4th or 5th turn and start casting its spells, it can do okay. Best of 1, the problem is that there tend to be more aggressive decks. Reclamation.
Oklahoma. I'm sorry. That's an inside joke for the family. My wife's over here playing RuneScape. Anybody play RuneScape out there?
Probably not.
No, probably not, because, the 90s are over. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Expansion Explosion, 1 down. Thank you. Thank you.
You're going to cast your Uro from the graveyard?
Of course I am. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then I've got a major power play that I'm going to play for you right now. Oh, wait, I got to draw a card. I might have a good card. Okay. Let's play this. Ready? Here it comes. Boom. That's right. That's right.
Get some more land.
Chicky.
I mean, you got enough land for a pretty large expansion.
Yeah,
explosion.
dude, I got to tear. This was a pretty, yeah. You've got me, though. I'm dead.
Yeah, so it's definitely, it's a slower deck. It needs to be able to survive to do its thing.
Yeah, aggro's not your friend, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got 4 damage. Easy. Oh, screw you. Not even going to give you the win. Not even going to give you the win. I
That gives
just
us
conceded.
satisfaction.
You want to try
Well, there you
again,
go.
or you want to go?
There you go. Yeah, let's go again.
All
There
right.
you go, Ian. You got a nice win against Team Iraq.
So, don't get me wrong. I kind of misplayed it, but okay. So the furnace kicked on, right?
Yeah, my furnace just kicked on.
All right.
So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try dropping the gain. Let's see, is it this way?
That's raising it.
That's raising it.
Mother
Okay, so it's
Hucker,
this
that
way.
hurts a lot. No, I'm just kidding. There, see,
What
it's
about-
pulling it down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's still there, but it's not. You know,
What about now? Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. Yeah, the gain is that's better. It's
Okay. So
it's just it's going to be what it is. You know, if we have to, we'll find some way to maybe get a soundproof for the back of your mic. That's all.
Yeah, I have the gain all the way down. So
that'll be the next thing is just get a soundproof for the back of your mic, and like we'll talk about that. And,
yeah, well, because the furnace is the vents behind me.
oh.
So.
Yeah, but still, it's an ambient thing. So.
All right.
And when you start talking, the furnace goes away. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. He's also saying aggro scares him. Nice, and then he's laughing at us. So, Ian, you're not making me fond of you, my friend. You're laughing at me, and I'm a very petty man. So, hey, and we have a cat because apparently we left the door open without thinking. So, hello, kitty. Don't think anybody can see it though. Thank God. Hello, you mangy cat.
Yeah, so aggro is definitely an issue with this deck because it doesn't really do anything for the first few turns.
Okay, see, I need to see my board. I love you very much, but you need to go away now. All right, so yeah.
Hey, bud.
He's saying hello to you now.
Hi.
We got an interesting play here.
Ramping for days. Oh, I like that card. That can stay. I had no idea that card was coming. Let's trigger it. Does he have a counter? Nope. Oh, buddy, I'm really happy to see you too, but I'm busy. Oh, see, we got a weird face now in the chat. Again, he's on our Twitch channel, which we're on Twitch. I don't even think we're broadcasting on Facebook Live tonight, so I'll probably throw this video up on Facebook.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm recording.
Yeah. So I have some options here. It's just the tap land's kind of hurt, but that's kind of the price you pay to play multiple colors in standard right now.
Actually, I'm going to wait on that and just let you have a turn. No counters, he said. Oh, that's right. Thank you. He told me there's no counters. Haha, he's helping me. He's on my side now. I've won him over. Look at you gaining life. Mr. Life
Yay,
Gain.
I'm at 23, so you got to do a little bit more work for your expansion.
You want to go back to my red deck? Because I'm okay with the red deck.
Oh, I'd already be at -3 at this point.
I know. Again, I'm kind of getting a little flooded in this deck. It's kind of funny, actually.
Okay,
Myers Grasp, he said. Oh, that's probably his version of a counter. Jeebers.
Oh, is it Myers Grasp?
Yeah, that's what he has in there.
Oh, that's something. That's the enchantment that gives -3/-3.
Yeah. Don't you nope me, you son of a bitch.
Nope.
You bastard. You rat bastard.
So he lied to you.
He lied to me. He's not on my side.
He flat lied to
He
your face.
flat out lied to me. Oh, no, he gonna pay for it. How many you got open? One man open, so I guess I could play. I say you should pay twice too. You don't want to be just on the safe side.
If you want to burn a Thassa's intervention on a venomous Hierophant, you go right ahead.
Yeah. But it has death touch. Oh gosh, you know what I should do? What's that? What's the planeswalker that doesn't let you sacrifice anything?
Tameo.
Oh, I should put Tameo in the stack.
Well, it prevents your affect your opponent's control from making you sacrifice. It doesn't shut off your own trigger.
There's my buddy.
And there's that.
Hey, you gain another life. You're at 24 now.
I'm gonna pass.
How dare you? You son of a gun. I don't think I want either one of those. Oh, you know what? We're going to wait on that. I smell a Thassa. I've walked too many times into a, what do you call it?
Settle the wreckage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk into that a lot.
Screw! Not anymore. Because it ain't standard legal anymore.
Let's see here. What can I do?
Oh, you're getting a call from Izzy. Is it time? She can't be ready for work yet. I'm done.
Hello?
Oh.
Yes, we didn't realize that you'd be done this early, so we weren't even looking at the phones yet. Okay. Bye-bye. Yes, it is time.
Okay.
All right.
Crap.
It's not a big deal. We got to cut this short.
Well, we're almost to the... No, I think my wife's going to go.
Oh, okay.
Do you have your glasses?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I meant to mute that. It's so professional.
Let's see here.
Uh-oh.
No, that wouldn't work. Okay. That wouldn't work.
That life total is actually a pain in my neck right now. Oh, shit. That has to be countered. 1, 2.
You've got plenty.
Yeah. He uses stats to draw, not counter. Interesting. It's not a terrible way to do it.
Well, it's a flexible card, so I mean, I could totally understand using it in that way. There's not a whole lot of interaction otherwise, though.
I don't think I can end you.
You're trying to expansion explosion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You can do 18. So you're 3 off of being able to kill me. But that will likely draw you into another one. Because you're basically drawing half your deck at this point.
Shit, I did that wrong. Hold on. I have to pay all this first, that's right.
Yep, you gotta flood your board, then untap, then cast. Yeah, so that should be for 18, I believe. So yeah, if I hadn't gained all the life from those lands, it would have been a lethal attack.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're drawing half your deck, so if you don't see another one in 18 cards, that's really
Well, you
unlucky.
did get rid of one, right?
No, not in this game.
Oh, snap dizzle. Like, now I don't know what to get rid of. End turn. Let's see. Discard 13 cards. 1, 2.
Just don't discard your expansion
3,
explosions and you're fine.
4, 5, 6, 7.
If one of them is expansion explosion, I don't think it really matters.
And one more. All right, let's see here. Can't believe I didn't even draw one.
I'm sure you did.
Well, what do you mean I did? That's silly. Don't be silly. Silly.
I got blockers. Not that I would use them, but you know. Do you have the expansion explosion?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Go ahead and just fire it off. I'm tapped out. You have exactly enough mana right now to do it.
Yeah, because I don't want to get too much. I wouldn't want to do too much because, I mill myself. Whoopsie!
Yeah. Wouldn't want that.
All right, so yeah, invest a 1. You're gonna struggle against a combo deck like Thasset or like Team Iraq. You have to get out your guards.
Well, let me look at the deck list. His
Well, do you want to play me against one? Do you want to play like your Esper Control, or I mean, I
Um,
think Esper Control is going to eat this alive, but
Probably, but
and I
we
don't
could
mean
try
that,
it.
Ian. By the way, that does not mean it's a bad deck. It's just this is one of those matchups.
The problem is that looking at this card, looking at the cards, Mire Triton is the only 2-drop that actually does anything that the turn that it enters.
Mm-hmm.
Binding takes 3 turns to do anything relevant. Fastest Intervention, you can't play it for 2 mana because it's an X spell. Uro never enters the battlefield for 3 mana. Minions Return, you need something else to cast on it. First Uro in games takes 2 or 3 turns to work, so you're not really even doing anything relevant until turn 4. And that's if you draw black and green.
Right.
So I think that's the problem with the deck, is that there's really nothing in the way of an early game. You're just kind of trying to hope to survive to cast your spells.
He's agreeing with you I'm. That's what I noticed too with this, Ian, is that you are just like, you know. So if I take a look and see what you got for 1-drops, that maybe, you know,
There's no 1-drops. It's everything's 2 or higher.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
like even he doesn't have a lot of devotion to white. Yeah, he can't run devotion. He's running 4 colors, so it's hard to do a devotion.
I think he needs to cut the white.
Yeah. I think the Elspeth Conquers Death doesn't buy you what you would like. You know what, Aramis, why don't you take a second and
play with it a little bit?
Yeah, see what you would do. You take out the white and see and put in things that you think would work better, and throw in a couple of shocks. You know, because we both agree the mana base.
Yeah, let me do that. I'll fix the mana base and I'll remove the white. All right, so now we're looking at that. That gives us 48 cards.
Yeah, so we're at 42 minutes, so we got enough time for 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. So let's.
And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind also doing a brawl with you before we finish the evening.
I haven't touched my brawl deck in a while.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did not mute that, did I?
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
We're very professional. Ian's saying it's cutting out in and out real bad. That's okay, Ian, because here's the thing. I'm also recording it locally, so this will also be dumped up to both our Facebook feed and Twitter and stuff like that. So, or not Twitter, but I might even throw it on YouTube. Well, right now we're actually streaming on YouTube. See, yeah, going this way, Aramis, we're streaming on YouTube and my personal Facebook and Twitch.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we ever had to, if we wanted to move away from BeLive, which I wouldn't want to do necessarily. I like the interface, but...
Right. Let me see here. So, Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb, Breeding Pool. That's green, black, green, blue. Black, green, black, blue. Blue, black, blue, green. Okay, that's all the...
What about the other Ashiok?
I don't know.
Well, if he's taking out white, what about something like... You're going to lose the Dream Trawler, but I don't think you need the Dream Trawler. In fact, Dream Trawler is just going to be... What about a Thief of Sanity? Because it's also doing removal.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at that and see what we got going on here. So, like, I guess the real thing is, what's the purpose? What's the goal?
Yeah, Ian, if you're still watching, what do you want to see this deck do?
What is it supposed to do?
Right. Well, he said in his email, and I've got that here.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up.
That might help me out.
If only you read emails. No, I'm just kidding.
I do. I just don't have my phone on me right now.
I know. I'm just, I'm messing with you because, I'm Will, and that's what I do. All right, let me see here. So we're very professional. We are so prepared for this show. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Ian. So he's saying, my idea is to self-mill till you get what you want, the Hydra or Euro, or even mana for the Dream Trawler, the Acolyte, and the bindings are your return engines. The Venomous Death Toucher and Grasps are controlled to help get the big guys out, while the Elspeth Saga and Ashiok are playable whenever. Maybe just some ideas, been looking at these cards too much. What about a Crisis? Mana base, though. The mana base is going to be the problem.
Well, the mana base will be better.
Right.
I'm just trying to see if he's trying to self mill. I don't want white. Let's see here.
Get the Mulas and Euro in the graveyard and blink them in and out is basically what he's saying.
Polychronos is 2 mana intensive.
Yeah, Polychrono is really Palawama Ding Dong is really designed, I think, more for, and we've talked about this, for limited and maybe for some commander.
He's a limited bomb. Yeah, I think he's too slow. I think for constructed. But let's see here.
There are better bombs to put in the graveyard that you can pull out.
If he's going for so it's almost like a reanimator deck.
It feels kind of reanimate-ish, yeah.
So he would want, let me see here, sorceries for black. Let's see what we have to work with here. He wants some sort of, this deck feels like it wants to be a little controlling.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It does have, and he even admitted that it does have that sense to it.
So, adding something like Agonizing Remorse or Thought Erasure wouldn't be the worst idea.
I would go with Thought Erasure for sure.
Agonizing Remorse is a little bit easier on the mana. I mean, you do pay a life, but yeah, that is true. I'm taking a look here to see if there's any. I wonder if there's a way to
what about
use
Omen of the
Bones.
Dead? If he's talking about bringing things out of the graveyard and he wants to do that, Omen of the Dead would be good. That's
Omen of the Dead would be good, but there's also Bond of Revival.
Yeah, but for 1-drop.
Oh, if it's for a 1, yeah.
Omen of the Dead is a 1-drop.
Yeah, but I mean, you're never going to cast it on turn 1.
True.
You're never going to cast that on turn 1. So I mean, you're going to want, like, Polychronos is only really good if you escape him.
Mm-hmm.
Because then he has 12 counters instead of 6. So you want something that's a little more impactful coming into play. So I would probably cut the Polychronos, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll put in some Bonds of Revival. We'll cut Polychronos.
He just say he does want to control a little bit.
Yeah, so find some Thought Erasures.
Maybe, what about a... Okay, so he wants to put things in graveyard and escape. What about the Priest of Forgotten Gods?
You have to sacrifice 2 other creatures.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. He's putting things into the graveyard to escape them out.
Yeah, but that would change the whole aspect of the deck because you need the creatures in play to begin with. So you'd want a lot of cheap creatures to fuel that, and that's why that card works good in the Aristocrats decks. It's a bunch of cheap guys that come out to beat. You want to up to 4 Uros. I would say that. First Uro in games.
What about not a Rankle?
Probably
as much as I love Rankle.
Let me see.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of 1 and 2 drops, so even 4 Ritual of Soot is going to help him stay alive on turn 4. It's gonna stop aggro.
Yeah, I would do maybe do 3. Cut the Hierophants for that. I mean, I know they mill. So I got the Bond of Revival. So what we need is a bomb. Big bombs for green, blue, and black that he can get out of the graveyard once they're milled in there.
And he needs the bombs, so Cavalier isn't going to work. Although I like Cavalier better than Polychronos. I have no idea how to fracking say that word.
I mean, he could reanimate Agent of Treachery.
Yeah.
He could reanimate the Haunt of Hightower.
Right.
Let's see what else is here. Impervious Great Worm.
That wouldn't be bad. Well, what about the Dryad to help mana fix a little bit? He seems to struggle with mana, and that's a 3-drop, but it's a 2/4, and it lets him play more land, and it lets him, lands.
You might be better off with the with the 2-drop Dryad.
Okay. What, Paradise Druid?
Paradise Druid.
Yeah, that's true.
So keep the Binding of the Titans, up to 4 Mire Tritons, 4 Paradise Druids.
Right.
The Minions Return, I think, is kind of cute. Actually, the first row in games, I don't think is going to be useful, so I would cut those.
Well, for what he's looking for too, Cavalier of Thorns would be. That could be a bomb.
It's kind of leaning towards a direction. excuse me, of like Simic Ramp.
Yeah, I know.
Or even Sultai Ramp.
Well, the reason I say Cavalier of Thorns is he's trying to fill his graveyard, and that's gonna do it. It's gonna give him a land, and then throw 4 cards in the graveyard, and those are his bombs that he wants to try to reanimate out.
So see, if we're gonna play Paradise Druids, maybe we don't want the Rituals of Soot.
Actually, yeah, that would end horribly for everybody. What about a Voracious Hydra?
Oh, you mean Krasis?
No, the Voracious Hydra. It's a green. Two green and an X.
Or
Enters with X 1/1 counters and
reanimating X spells is never a good idea.
Oh yeah, you can't reanimate that.
You can't reanimate X.
No, well you can, but you'd be silly and you're. Yeah, he likes Cavalier. He says Cavalier's a good mill.
Okay.
So we could put 1 or 2 of those in.
Okay, Mire Tritons. Couple Cavaliers. We got those Acolytes, which are good.
Yeah, I like the Thief of Sanity, but that's just me.
You could probably put the you could probably put the Thief of Sanity in.
Yeah, because I like the flyer.
Instead of Minions Return. Let's cut the Thassa's Intervention.
Ooh, wait a second. Lazov. When he enters the battlefield, you surveil 1, X. So he pays X. Multifarious becomes a copy of target creature card in your graveyard with converted mana cost of X, except its name is Lazov, the Multifarious. It's legendary, and it has the ability. So he not only could throw stuff in there, but until he can escape things. Oh, no. Well, if he does Euro, God, does that trigger?
If he copies Euro, he's not entering the battlefield, so that the enter the battlefield trigger doesn't go off. So it would survive. So he'd be able to have Euro on turn 3 or 4.
Yeah, and that's a 2-drop.
Yeah, so you play Lazov turn 2, you play Euro turn 3, and then turn 4 you turn Lazov into Euro and start attacking.
Yeah, that might actually be kind of busted.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the Mire Tritons.
Yeah, and I would cut maybe the Thief of Sanity. I I like the flying still, but yeah. But yeah, it's up to you. Dude, this is you, and we'll play it again. And
all right, so hold on. That makes 60 cards. Let me take a look at the lands here. That's a lot more 2-drops. If we cut...
Oh, what if you put a few Assassin's Trophies in?
Assassin's Trophies kind of... You don't want to ramp in Standard, you don't want to ramp your opponent for sure.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, so we don't actually need... The Bond of Revival, then, is not really a good strategy, then.
He's liking Lazov. He says it's a game changer.
There's nothing really to reanimate. So we're going to cut the Bond of Revivals because we didn't get any big fatties. I'm going to add, let me see, what are we on average? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 24 lands. We got the 4 Paradise Druids. This might be fine with 24. So we need to add 4 more cards. I would say maybe...
Not Underrealm Lich.
No, I think it needs to be spells.
Yeah, I do too. Well, let's see.
Something controlling. Maybe like a
Veto?
No, that's white.
Oh.
We'll cut the
Oh,
white.
that's
remember?
right. We cut white. You're
What
absolutely
about
right.
what about the heck is it called?
Drown in the Oak?
The Knight. The Adventure Knight. Reaper or whatever.
Oh,
Not
Midnight Reaper.
Not Midnight Reaper, but the one from frickin'
Yeah, I know the one that removes the creatures.
Yeah. The one that kills creatures and planeswalkers, but then also has the other thing. What the hell are they called? Murderous Rider.
Murderous
Jesus
Rider.
Christ.
Yeah,
wow.
I knew which one I could see it.
That tells you right there how sick I am, because I can't remember shit. All right, so the deck that we're looking at right now is 4 Paradise Druids, 4 Lae'zel the Multifarious, 4 Binding of the Titans, 4 Thought Erasures, 3 Thassa's Interventions, 4 Murderous Riders, 4 Uros, 4 Acolyte of Affliction, 2 Cavalier of Thorns, 3 Ashiok, and then lands. 4 Temple of Deceit, 4 Watery Grave, 4 Overgrown Tomb, 4 Temple of Malady, 4 Breeding Pools, and 4 Temple of Mystery.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. I was looking at Sir Conrad, but I was like, the cost is too high. The problem with those big knights is the cost.
Yeah. So let's see if I can cancel. I have to craft a couple things. Oh,
He's asking
4
you-
mythics.
Oh, 4 mythic. How many mythic wild cards you have?
30.
I hate you. Oh, but you draft a ton.
I draft a ton.
Yeah, I should draft more because I'm really horrible at it. And I mean, that's just it. I'm really bad at it. I mean, like, really bad.
And so the deck looks completely different than what it did before, but I think this it still mills you a decent amount because it's got the bindings and it's got the acolytes, and then the cavaliers.
So he was looking at he wanted me to find out about there was a flyer for 2 blue, 2 black.
Oh, the Nightveil Predator.
Do I even have that one?
It's an uncommon from Guilds of Ravnica. It's 3/3 flying hexproof death touch.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. It's 2 blue, 2 black?
Yeah, 2 blue, 2 black. Uncommon.
Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Nightveil Predator. Yeah, I see it. He mentioned that too. I'm like, Now, if you wanted to mill yourself, Enter the God Eternals would also help.
That is true. That is true.
4 damage to target creature. You gain life equal to it, and then you can mill yourself for 4.
It is 5. It is 5 mana though.
Yeah, that's a little too high. I think this is good. You want to try to play it?
I'm gonna try it like this.
All right. So what deck do you want me to play?
Doesn't matter.
All right. Well then, let's give it. It really had problems with red. We can try red.
Okay. I'm sending the challenge to you.
All right, you do that.
All right. So the deck looks completely different. So I have no idea how it's gonna play.
Well, we up the mana base, and what we'll do is we'll have Aramis because unfortunately we can't see his screen. So what I'll do is, oh wow, Arena just crashed. So
Crash for you? Oh boy.
yeah, it's okay, dude. I'm running 55 thinking things right now. See, Ian, he's saying he loves us and stuff, and he's like, Etrata can be dirty. He absolutely can. But Ian, this is what you get for being one of our patrons, and Ian's one of our first $5 ones. So we want to say thank you. We love you, man.
All right. It's trying it again. It says you're still online.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. It's saying the challenge here. So you push the button. The elevator goes down the hole. I hit accept. I choose my deck. I choose RDWB01. I choose Simic Flash, and you don't get to play ever.
Until I play Teferi, and then you're just sad.
I hate you. But no, Ian, we really do appreciate it. We're having a good time. This is our first time doing this too, so we're kind of excited.
Okay.
So
This is a little slow, but I think this is decent.
I'm struggling, but I'll play it. What the heck? Oh, it's no fair. You go first. So did you pick up the kid?
Yeah.
I missed my chance to spend time with Isabel. I feel bad. Yes, I do.
I'm already liking this a lot better.
Again, we like your deck, Ian. This is a patron.
I know it is, but it's sometimes you just gotta.
Oh, I don't get to take anything from you yet. Very sad about that.
Yeah, we'll keep that.
So you like the Scrylands better than the Lifelands?
Yes.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Sure.
You just made it better. I knew the bones was bad, he said. The bones weren't bad. That's the thing. The bones weren't bad.
I like the idea.
The bones were actually more than okay. It was just, we needed to tweak. I should have played it a different way. I played this wrong. Yep, definitely played it wrong.
Interesting.
Oh, the Cavalier or the Rider? Wow. Or do you take Euro and get 3 life again? Oh, shite. You're going to hard cast the Cavi?
I got the mana to do it. Why not?
I don't blame you there. Good game.
Embercleave? Oh, it's not Embercleave. You don't have mana.
Yeah, it is. I just can't. Where did it go?
You cast Infuriate.
Oh, shit. I don't have Embercleave. You're right. And
Thanks, click.
I do like that about Annex. That was a definite needed card.
Yeah.
It finally makes mono red usable again. Oh, this is going to hurt a lot. Ooh, what about the crap, that elemental Risen Reef?
Risen Reef? There's not enough elementals really to trigger it, just the Cavalier.
Yeah, and you would have got the lands. GG.
Definitely held up a lot better, though.
It did held up a lot better. Oh, he's like he begs to differ. I'm like, no, your deck was good, Ian. I don't know what he means by beg to differ. I'm assuming he responded to something I said. Maybe next time we do this, we can try to do a Skype conference call. But yeah, I think we made it a little better, Ian. What do you think?
The unfortunate thing is it's a lot more rares and mythics.
Yeah. So what we'll do is Aramis will get a screenshot and he'll post it into, we'll post it right into the main page because, let everybody look at it and whatever. But if that's okay with you. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and that's our show for tonight. Our first patron cast of Play My Deck. So Ian, again, we thank you. This was a good time. We had a great time playing it. Aramis, you got anything else going on?
I enjoyed this very much. I mean, it's nice to, you take a deck, you see what the idea is, you play it, and if you can improve upon it, great. Sometimes you won't be able to. Other times, you will. And I think, I'm hoping that if he likes what this looks like, he can run with it and make some more adjustments, and hopefully it's successful for him.
Yeah, I feel the same way. So we do have another Plains Walker patron. So next month we will actually have the drawing. And we want to encourage you guys, if you're listening to this, that's not just Planeswalker level. Our $3, our Mana tier patron, you will be in the drawing for that as well. So it's the $3 and the $5 level. You get in the drawing for this. We pick one name and we'll take your deck list and we will do just what we did tonight and break it down. And then, like I said, Aramis is going to post up what he thinks, would be a good way to go. And then you have an idea of where to go for what you want to get for the wild cards. So we really do appreciate you guys listening. We really had a great time tonight. Our regular podcast will be back on the air next week, hopefully Monday night, if Aramis and his family can stay healthy and I can stay healthy and the world doesn't end with snow. But, don't forget, you still need to go out and get your wife something for Valentine's Day, sir.
I didn't know I already didn't.
Oh, all right. I got my wife something too, and it beeps.
Oh, boy.
It's a bread maker. She already knows. She got all excited. So, well, this is the thing what you do here. By the way, one last bit of advice. Always give your Valentine's gift, if it's a good one, a few days early. Because now she's got to go out and she's got to kind of try to hit that, I might get a little something extra. So, see what I did there? I'm a smart guy. So, and she's just looking at me. So there goes any gift I had. I'm getting cold. All right. So for Aramis Perez, this is Will Benson saying thank you guys for watching. We'll be doing this type of streaming more often, but we'll definitely do this stream next month. Ian is actually going to be a special guest. He's going to play one of us at some point this month here. So be looking for that. He'll be able to play against us, and he hasn't told me which one of us he wants to play. It'll probably be you, because he liked you. He didn't like me. So, but we'll see what happens. But again, for Aramis Perez, this is Will Benson saying thank you very much for listening and watching tonight, and reminding you to always keep some of your mana untapped, because you never know when you'll need it. Take care and have a good one.